Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to learn how to make Gulab Jamun, an Indian dessert dish. To make this beautiful recipe, we are going to try out one of our ready mixes of Gulab Jamun. And to start with, we've taken some ready mix powder. So this is about 100 grams of the Gulab Jamun ready mix powder. To this we need to add 50 to 60 ml of milk. So add little by little, creating a beautiful dough to this. So while we've mixed up our ready mix, creating a beautiful dough which is now standing, we need to create the sugar syrup. So to this we've taken about 330 ml of water with 300 grams of sugar, and we've added 10 to 12 strands of saffron. Now we need to let this come to a boil until the sugar starts to melt. And then we'll add our cardamom powder. So keep stirring until the sugar comes to a melt and the syrup begins to boil. So we let this continue to boil for another 5 minutes. So as you can see, we let the dough stand for another 5 minutes after we added milk to our ready mix powder and created the dough. From the dough, after letting it stand for 5 minutes, we've created 20 dumplings, as you can see, really tiny ones. So that's the way you need to keep this ready. So while our kadai is nice and hot and we've added decent amount of oil to fry these dumplings, at the same time you need to have your sugar syrup ready. So after melting the sugar, you need to let the syrup stand for another 5 minutes and let it come to a boil. Then add 3 to 4 cloves of cardamom, powder them up, and you can toss them into the syrup. So we'll now start frying our dumplings into the oil. So once the oil is nice and hot, you can start to fry your dumplings. The way to check this is to just toss in tiny little dumplings from your already made ones, and then see how quickly they come up. So if the oil is absolutely hot, they'll pop up immediately. So we need to fry our dumplings until they are golden brown into this oil, so which is important for the oil to be hot. And instead of the oil, you could also use butter or ghee in the same proportion. So we start by adding our first dumpling. So you can keep tossing in your dumplings because the oil is nice and hot now, and we need to fry them on low flame because we just want to get them golden brown and just don't want to burn them far too much. These dumplings will generally grow in size as soon as you toss them into the oil, as you can see. So they may look tiny when you make them. You necessarily need to make them tiny because they will blow up into the oil. As you can see, they're expanding in size while frying. So you could fry your dumplings, the rest of the dumplings, exactly the same way, and then get them out in a separate plate. So our dumplings are nice and ready. As you can see, they've blown up in size after frying them into the oil, and they'll blow in further when you toss into the sugar syrup. So they need to be nice and golden brown, and you need to keep tossing them over into the oil so that they are nice and golden brown, and that has to be on low flame. So we'll now start tossing in these fried dumplings into our sugar syrup, which has to be nice and warm. Wow, and in this sugar syrup, as you know, we've added saffron and cardamom, which is giving a beautiful flavor and a smell. So we now turn off the flame and let this soak into the sugar syrup for another 1 hour until the ingredients combine together well and they are ready to enjoy this beautiful Indian dessert, Gulab Jamun. So enjoy! So after letting these soak for half an hour in our sugar syrup, as you can see, our Gulab Jamun dumplings are absolutely ready. They taste delicious and they smell aromatic. So enjoy this beautiful Indian dessert dish with your family. Enjoy!